What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me. I'm Duke James. This is Ottomans. We produce 11,428 units of food, so that's 11.4% towards our goals. So it's 1560 right now. So I'm gonna hit 100,000. We need to do something big here, right? Because this is not going good actually. So we gotta get radical. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look at the old farm map. I'm going to put 100 ducats into every province. I'm going to put 100 ducats into these yellow provinces. Should I put them in these provinces? Oh yeah, I could. Okay. So 100 ducats in these orange-ish provinces. So what this is going to do is absolutely cost me a lot of money because this is over-investing. But what it should do is increase the size of the farming and get more peasants coming in, hopefully. And then most of that stuff that I just did is going to be unprofitable. I'm going to go ahead and do 50 ducat investments up here. This stuff is all going to be unprofitable, so once the calculation hits and I start losing tons of money, I'm going to actually just give this stuff to the peasants. I'm going to give a percentage of my farmland to the peasants, and then I'll let them deal with that unprofitable land. And then the peasants will end up, their wages will increase a lot, but what'll happen is they'll just be paying themselves. So the net effect will be pretty low. I'll probably end up paying extra money, but that's fine because I also make a decent amount of money. So eventually that farmland will become more profitable and the peasants should own that, so they should get more money. And then they'll be able to have more kids and not die. And then what I'm going to do is also I'm going to take not farmland from the nobles, but mines. So I'm going to take half of their mines. I've never taken mines in this campaign, so this should be decently profitable, I'm thinking. 2,800 units of mines. There's a lot of mines that are gold and silver, so, and a couple that are gems, but I don't think those are very profitable. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go ahead and do special commissions to loyalists to get the nobility up to 45. And then I'm going to provide grain for commoners, because I actually have a lot of rebels. My stability is -2, so this will give -3 stability. And it's going to cost like 600 ducats a year, but I think that should also help out with the peasants, because I'm buying food. I assume we actually buy food from the market. And then I am fighting Hindustan, so I'm about to loot Delhi. I need those guys to go back over there. Apparently I've looted so far from just a couple provinces, like these provinces over here. And a couple provinces over here. I've looted 17,000 ducats. That's a lot of ducats just from those provinces. That doesn't even include Delhi. Go ahead and loot that province. There's a couple other provinces over here that should be decent for loot. And yeah, that definitely destroys the economy a little bit, but I'm not making too much money from trade this campaign, so I don't think it's that bad. It's pretty much ducats now. And I'm gonna throw those ducats into farmland, which is the goal of the campaign. Okay, they'll take care of those rebels. Alright, Delhi, we've looted this once and we didn't get that much money. So I'm not expecting a whole lot. 276 size industrial property. They make a lot of money from commerce. 800 ducats this year. 525,000 peasants, 216,000 residents still. It's got decent infrastructure. 10,425 ducats in our treasury. Yeah, we looted about 500 ducats. That was a very long siege up there. Loot them. Come over here. I don't know what I did before I think I spent like 2,000 hours before I actually realized you could autonomously suppress rebels. I think every time I would just walk manually. I shudder to think of that. Because that must have been horrible. I think sometimes... I think I ended a couple campaigns early because of rebels, so... If I knew about autonomous rebel suppression, I probably could have gone a little bit later. Alright, I need to check... Make sure I know when I get hit with the extra property costs, because that's going to be a lot of money. So I want to dump that as soon as that happens. The mines should help that a little bit, but then I'm also giving free food, so that's going to be a double whammy right there, and I don't think the mines are going to be able to make up for both of those. Still making it 90 ducats. Whose territory is this? I guess it's yours now. I don't think there's that many provinces over here left to really loot. I think I could just piece them out. They're gonna give me a fat stack of cash. It's pretty much a bribe just to get me to go away. My truce with Meiou has ended, so I could actually fight them to take these cores back. If I actually do core reconquest, I think I shouldn't get any aggressive expansion, so I'll try that. Alright, let's shift these guys over here. Fight this battle. Why not? Our troops just crush them. Alright, what are you offering? 2,600 ducats, that's your max stack of cash. 10% war ups. Oh, you can do better than that by a long shot. Don't really care about that stuff. That costs dip, that costs dip. Military access, rivals. Military access. Nope, don't want to offer tribute. That's out of the question. Don't really want military access, that's a slot. Alright, you know what? Just give me an extra couple prestige points by canceling military access, and alright, I could build the Suez Canal if I want to, but I'm gonna see where my money lands. I think if I get to like 20,000 ducats, then I have 8,000 ducats in the treasury. I just want to be a little bit conservative in that regard. And then I'll start building that then. Oh yeah, I also want to fight, I'm gonna fight them, I think I'm gonna annex Dalmatia. 573. I was gonna keep them, but I don't think they're not doing what I thought that they would do in terms of trading. So, I think I might have ruined that when I made them a vassal. But it is what it is. I'll probably just annex them. Oh, they dropped down to 88. They have to be above 100 in order for me to annex them. Is that maxed? Not going to be improved by 26 more. Alright, so I can't actually be at war if I want to annex, so... Oh yeah, there's also rebels over here. Let's pull these guys back. What is my... Army force limit is 144. I have 153 troops, so I can't build any more troops. I'm converting Yemen's territory because Banu Rasi was Shia, so they converted all their provinces, so I'll convert them back. And they only take 9 months, so might as well. Okay. Actually, those guys can go there. I use these guys to take out those rebels before their demands are accepted. Grab the next innovativeness idea. So, the next institution has spawned. Scientific methods. I'm getting that in Constantinople at 0.7 per month, and Cairo also at 0.7 per month. It's also spreading to a couple other provinces in Egypt, and then one over there, Kaffa. So I don't think I should have much of a problem with this institution. Should be in a couple other provinces, because Constantinople and Cairo probably aren't enough, but it should be in a couple other provinces, so that should be enough. I'll go ahead and take the next innovativeness idea, which gives global institution spread plus 15%. This late in the game, that's probably not that great, but it should make it a little bit faster, 1570. So 10 years I should be able to embrace that institution. Alright, you guys are not doing your job. Also, Sibir was released, so Russia lost that territory. They still have this territory and Kazakh Horde as a vassal. Alright, Dalmatia is at 100, so I can go ahead and annex them. Only 571 dip cost. That'll be done in 10 years. Okay. Go ahead and core province. Mamluk accepted peace with Banu Tamim. Mamluks pay 5 ducats. It results in 0.2 inflation. Wow, how bad is the Banu Tamim economy that 5 ducats costs 0.2 inflation? We took 2,600 ducats and we had 1 inflation. They make 2 ducats. They got 2.5 times their yearly income. I'd say that was a successful war for them. Alright, I can go ahead and fight these guys. If it's Zanzibar, Morocco. They're probably gonna run away before I can actually take that. And I did make these guys a vassal, right? Yes, okay, so 6,000 men down there. They actually have some claims. Cores? Yeah, they have these cores on Ifit. Actually, I'm fighting Ifit right now, so probably could have called them in. Might be able to get some of those back. Or have Mamluks break that alliance so I can just attack them directly later on. How many troops do these guys have? Is this 38,000 men enough? They have 28,000? 27,000 men combined? That should be enough. We'll do for Patana. And then, okay, yeah, these men can just come over. If they're able to, I'll just send them up here. Don't want any of them to die, in case we can't actually defeat their navy. That's good. Walk those guys over. Pull those guys off of autonomous rebel suppression. Just bring them over there. Oh, they have seven light ships. Okay, you know what? No. Let's just send these guys down here. Protect those territories. It's what, 5 galleys? I should probably bring some light ships over here. Alright, I think it takes 2 or 3 years for province calculations to really happen, so if I lose a bunch of money, it should happen now. If I lose money from those provinces being overinvested, it should show up now. Maybe not. I mean, we still make 3,200 ducats from property. Maybe the mines were just so wealthy that they countered it. We do pay... okay, yeah, maybe. We pay 616 for property. So I assume that increased a lot. I don't know what that was. But I doubt it was 616, so we're probably paying a lot more for that property. I suppose some of it was able to just be absorbed, like this province is still profitable. I imagine most of these provinces are not profitable. Oh, that one's profitable, okay. So it either hasn't happened yet, the calculations, or they were able to absorb it for the most part. I still want to give property to the peasants. Let's pull these light ships off. They're moving down there. Those guys can move over there. These guys are gonna try to run. They actually did run. Damn it. They ran and they killed Pamani's troops. It's all my fault. Those men, the loss of those men is on my hands. Okay, yeah, here we go. This is costs no aggressive expansion. Well, a little bit of aggressive expansion. A lot less than it would have been in a holy war. 12 aggressive expansion. That's doable. I just need to occupy all those provinces. I'm gonna send half these ships to protect Nile and the other half to protect the Levant. I don't think I really even need them to protect that stuff, but that's 100%, 94%, 77%, 86%, 84%. The problem is, I think once I annex Dalmatia, then I'll send ships over here to protect in the Adriatic. I'll probably send 30 ships to protect over there. And that should help out Ragusa. It's not that great because I'm not actually building up Ragusa, but it'll still help somewhat. Alright, you go there, you go there. Recent land expropriation ended. Can I get to 0 stability? Eventually. That helps out immensely with these rebels. There's the Mamluk capital. Alright, I still make 90 ducats, so that's good. I suppose I would find out if the calculations happened if my production of food has increased. If it's still the same, I mean, increased by 400, that could have just been a natural change. I would hope that would be, that investment would give me more than 400. I think it might take a longer time frame because the people have to migrate into those provinces in order for the increase to actually happen. Am I fighting these guys? I am. They must be under Ifit. Alright, could I separate piece these guys? I think they would, those provinces would cost me dip. How much dip though? It's actually a decent amount of dip. I should probably just do a separate war for that, so I'll have them break that alliance. They're giving this one province. Actually, I want that province and this province. That's fine. I think taking their capital should get them to give me that. Well, they're on Baghdad, but they can't actually do anything. Alright, they're taken care of. March those guys over there. Hey, Finland exists. I forgot about that. I released Finland. Poland, I think Poland wants to annex Finland. Alright, I could have Ifit break their alliance with Mamluks. Most of these provinces are not particularly high aggressive expansion provinces, but there's just a dip cost that I don't want to pay right now, so especially since I'm going to be annexing a lot of countries, so I'll just hold off on having them give those back. They annul all treaties with the Mamluks. Announce their claim on that province. Sure, give me war ups and no. I don't want this because I don't want them to re-ally the Mamluks. So that's 7 years. You know what? Don't do that. That's 6 years then. That's good. Good enough. Alright, there's their capital. This should be done, finally. And that one should be done. That one is done. Alright, they give me those provinces. is what I will take from them. These guys go back there. $17,000 ducats, alright. Also food production. Food production is not just crops, it's also fish. But fish industries mostly are not very large. Alright, you go over there. Tunis has more than 500 development. Oh, they conquered... Wow, they just conquered Sousse and cut a clip all the way to the Atlantic. Good for them. Interestingly, Genoa would actually accept vassalization. I don't think I would be able to get them to 190 though, because I can't really marry them. They're a different religion. That would be good though. That would give me a foothold into, well, they also lost Ligura. They give me a little bit of a foothold into the Tyrrhenian. Alright, now we're making -40. There we go. Yeah, our property income dropped down to 1,600. And we are now paying 1,700 ducats for property maintenance. There we go. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Massive losses. Alright, let's go ahead and... give some farmland to the peasants. Dump that farmland. I'm gonna give them 35% of all of my land in every province. I could pick the individual provinces to avoid giving them like the really good land, like in Cairo. Because we actually make like 62 ducats from this land, but I mean, giving that land to the peasants is, I don't think, ever really a bad idea, because it'll help them out long term. Because they have 6,500 peasant births, so like in this province, I give it to the peasants if they have like an extra 500 births. There's 6,500 people being born and 4,000 people emigrating out, so I assume those people are emigrating out to Ukraine, to the Ukrainian provinces. So that'll help those provinces, so I don't think it's really that bad to do this. So I'll go ahead and give them 35%. That should get rid of a lot of that unprofitable land as well, and hopefully help them long term. I'm wondering, that do anything? Did it update in terms of the... Okay, yeah. Boosted it by 1,200, so 1.2%. 1.2% more of the way towards the goal. Alright, you guys, do you just want to give me these provinces? It's only 5 provinces. Oh, I need Mumbai. Omani is getting Mumbai. The problem with giving property to the peasants is it does give you 10 corruption, 10 state corruption. I thought it used to give you provincial corruption, but maybe it was just state corruption. But it's not that bad, actually, because that'll drop slowly. And if it was actually pretty bad, then I could always just do this, one of these options. But my provincial corruption is 51%. Not good, not terrible, I imagine. By terrible, I always compare it to my Vietnam level, which was 80%. That is horrible. Are we fighting these people? Yes, we are. Just waiting to take Mumbai. For some reason, these guys don't want to move into this province. I'm going to take one troop off and put them on Mumbai, just in case they leave that province for some reason, which I have seen happen before. Our wife died? Okay, that's fine. My heir is 18. The 545. They gave me the old slip. Oh, yeah, this is their territory, but they're busy. I don't like these guys. Why are you fighting? You fighting Golconda? Don't want them to get too powerful. They already own pretty much everything in India. I'm surprised the European powers haven't arrived. I think it's just Castile that would arrive, so they must just be late. Alright, you're gonna return Surata, Patana, Ashalava, Tana, Manbai. I was gonna say all of these names end in A, but then we got to this one, ends in I. So close. Money. Alright, that is most... Well, I shouldn't say that. Katanga has 2 Gujarat cores, and then obviously Vijayanagara still has a decent amount of Bamani cores, which the truce with these guys, okay, that ends in 7 years, so that's a long time. This truce ends in 7 years, so that is also a long time. So I don't think there's really anybody in India that can fight right now. Alright, these guys can go protect there. Actually, you know what? I'll have these guys protect in that province. They can go there. Since I gave them their cores back, I should be able to divert. Yeah, I'm diverting everybody. Everybody's trade except Agrarian. But that's pretty much just because I gave them their cores back. Alright, full grain provision ended. That gives me a ton of rebels. Yeah, there's a lot of rebels in this list, but very few of those rebel stacks actually breaks 10,000. Looks like there's a 9,000, a 13k, that's it. There's one that almost breaks 10,000, and then there's one that actually breaks 10,000. Now I don't want you to drill. I don't want you to drill, I want you to kill. Okay, I can get a claim on Timmy territory. Probably fight them next. So I'm going to end this part here and get into position to attack them and probably someone else, other people, and then go from there. Just really quickly, I'm going to check the census again. 12,609 food production. So my radical change increased food production by... That's actually 10%-ish. So I did increase food production by like 10%. It's not a huge amount to get me to my goal, though. We have a massive raw material surplus and fuel surplus, too. Massive consumer deficit, industrial deficit, knowledge surplus. Oh yeah, there we go. So, 44 million peasants, natural change of 335,000. So there's 115,000 people moving now. So hopefully what that did is, I think, now that I've increased the wages in these provinces, like this province flipped from positive 100 ducats of income from its farmland to negative one ducat. So this province should have a lot of people moving into it, I'm thinking. Well, that has 1,500. It's actually not that much. I don't know how much it was having moving into it before, but now I'm thinking that the nomads should be leaving more than they were before. They should be pulled by those higher wages in those provinces. And I guess from other countries we're getting people too. But we're now getting inward movement of 115,000, so that's close to 500,000 peasant growth. So I'll probably keep doing that, just over-investing in provinces, and then build irrigation in provinces that produce a lot of food as well, and then hopefully I get to my, at least close to my goal at that point. So I'm going to end this part here and pick up the next part. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.